Good morning, YouTube world. This has actually it's actually taken months, I think, since I've worked on the intake on my F100, as you see here. So as I explained before, I put a new throttle body on, and I ordered a K&N intake kit. But actually, when I tried to hook it on in together, the intake tube took it right to the radiator, so that wasn't going to work. I needed it to be placed closer to the left front tire. So I ordered a new intake tube, as you could see here, which pretty much looks identical to the one I ordered. It's just the angle is a little bit different. So I mean, it almost looks identical though, but it's actually not. So I had been thinking for a while that the engine was a 2003 Crown Vic, but it might be a 2002, because that intake I ordered from K&N, the new tube was from a 02 Crown Vic. So I'm guessing I have an 02 or even older Crown Vic motor in my truck, but again, I'm not even sure what year it is. But going through K&N, trying to get the new intake tube, I mean, I think I ordered it right around January, and it's just been kept on getting back ordered. So I finally arrived, I believe, Thursday, and I did a quick test fit, and it seems like the angle will work. The only problem is, like, the intake size is 2-inch. And the one with the new intake or throttle body on there is 3. So the old one that came in the kit slid right over, but the new one, it just matches up. But I do have these little, they're not urethane, but like rubber hose fittings. So I think this will be the key to my success in getting this to work. If not, I'll order maybe like a different 3 to 2-inch type deal to make it all work. But anyways, what I'm going to do now is do a cold start and back this truck up. Hasn't been started for a while, and then yeah, we'll take a look under the hood and go from there. So stay tuned. So this is the original one that came with the kit, and as you can see, this slides right on, but then again, my intake would be right here where I don't want it. So with the new one, unfortunately this is 2-inch, so it doesn't slide on, but the intake, the air cleaner, is going to be right where I was looking for it to be. So, and plus I needed these external, whatever you want to call it, fittings to bolt right up, which that also will do. So, what I'm thinking is, I'm not sure which one really matters, but actually that's a little loose. So what I'm thinking is if I get this that came in the K&N kit, or the original kit, I should be able to slide that on like so, and then slide this also on, hopefully. Well, it's not working, but it should work. Hold on. Let's see here. So if I get that on like that, like so, and then I should be able to also, there we go. So, I mean, it's not 100% ideal, but I think the air cleaner, which obviously is not hooked up, still in the box, but yeah, I think it should mount somewhere right in here and be okay, at least in the time being. I might have to get like some kind of like 90 degree or something, so it does a little turn in right here. But I think for now, just to get this thing back on the road and running, this will be good enough for what I need. So anyways, let's I'm gonna read the instructions and kind of make sure this thing all goes together as it should, and then yeah, I'll kind of show you the finished product. So I guess we'll get started here. So came across the first, I guess, issue, you could say. Not a huge deal, but if I use this piece that was included, it fits on there fine, but they also included 4 hose clamps, and it's just too small, and there's not enough on there for me to actually get it on there and tighten it. So I think what we're gonna do is go to the, I don't know, Home Depot or auto parts store and just get a bigger size clamp than this. We don't need one that much bigger, but I'll probably pick up 2, because I'm gonna have to put one on this side too when I put that intake pipe on there. So they're probably a few cents, I would imagine. So we're gonna run to the auto parts store and get some new clamps, and then we'll get that hooked up. And then what we realized is the kit came with a couple of PVC pipes, or not pipes, but PVC hoses. So I think what we'll be able to do is, once we get this situated and hooked up, and then this will hook up to this one here, like so, and then this will actually hook up to this hose here and there, and then this one will hook up to there. So obviously they're you know, they have to be cut to length, but that should work out where I'll have both hoses hooked up, and then we just gotta run it down here, secure it to, I'm probably gonna have to drill some holes, I'm thinking, to secure it to the wheel well. But other than that, it should be good to go. So yeah, so let's run to the store, get some hose clamps, and then we'll be back at it. So as you can see, this isn't the final piece, but it's kind of in a mock setup right now. So what you can see here is I still have to tighten these. So we went to the store, went to Home Depot, got a couple of bigger clamps. So this one's already tightened. We still have to, and this is all, well, it's not all loose. We could loosen that up. So we still have to cut the PVC here, and actually in this one that also goes around, that plugs into right there. But then we took the old, I guess, I don't even know what sensor this is, but took this off of the old, the stock box, and just basically, you know, per the instructions, hooked this all up and set the air cleaner on here. Obviously this is still loose, so we can still move this around. What we were thinking is just leaving this little bracket there. That's probably from the old stock air cleaner box that just like a mounting bracket, but we're thinking about leaving it there because it can rest on there, and it gives it more, you know, a leveling effect. So, and I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, and I have just enough room with this loom. So, and then this will plug in once we get everything all set and done. We'll plug this in. Again, we'll plug those 2 PVC pipes in, and then it should be ready to go, rock and roll time. So yeah, so I think what we're gonna do is I might loosen that one, like I said, just to make sure that if we have to turn this tube just a little bit to get to how we want the PVC to be ran. But other than that, we should just have to tighten, you know, some things up. And I'm also gonna go to the store again later, and because I only bought 2 of these, and the stock ones that came in a kit don't fit these. They're too small, so not sure why, but that's no big deal. I'll go to the store later and grab 2 more. I think they're like $1.50. But yeah, overall, this is gonna be what it looks like when all said and done. And I don't know if it's gonna sound any different or not, but with the new throttle body and the intake, I'm hoping for, I don't know, maybe a few more horsepower and maybe a few more miles per gallon. But we'll see. We'll start it up once it's complete, and then maybe go for a little test drive and see how it is. So, but yeah, we're gonna button this up now, and then I'll get back to you once it's all done. So. Tomorrow, I think what I'm gonna do is go back to Home Depot and get an L bracket and just utilize this bolt right here, and then bolt it to the fender, the inner fender, just to keep it a little bit more secure so it's not flapping around and moving so much. You could see, you know, it's super tight clearance wise, and then over here you can see it just barely clears the master cylinder, but it clears. So yeah, I just want to be a little bit more stable, but all in all, it worked out just as I was planning it to work out. So the new tube from K&N worked. It was a super long wait because it was on back order, like I said, but it was worth the wait because I was getting ready to explore other ways of doing the intake. But what I really wanted, which the K&N had, is the 2 ports that I could plug in for my vent hoses, and that was really something that I wanted in my hose. So or intake hose. So yeah, and like I said, I got the new throttle body all buttoned up. So I think what we're gonna do is probably just start it up and just make sure everything is working as it should. I don't know if it'll sound any different, but at least it looks a little bit cleaner. And we'll put the cover on there to clean it up even more. Take it down my little drag strip down behind my house, see how this thing runs. It's not even really warmed up yet, but screw it. Good morning. It is actually the day after Sunday, so I kind of want to give you guys the finished product. My friend Jarrett, who was actually here yesterday helping me filming, I don't know if he was on camera or not, haven't looked at the footage yet, but yeah, so when I say we went to Home Depot, I was referring to my friend Jarrett. So anyways, this is the finished product. You can see here, I got it all, just hit my head on the hood, so that always feels good. So yeah, got these nice and tight, got the cover put back on, and then really what we did is went to a Home Depot and just bought a little L bracket. I ended up cutting it a little bit because it was pretty long, it was hitting here, so I just cut that. I was gonna get some black paint and paint it black, but of course I forgot. So, you know, it sits right there. I just had it bolted up to the existing mounting on the air cleaner. So if you could see, I don't know, let me turn this down, upside down here. You know, there's some gap there, which is where the old cleaner was. And then right up here, I mean, it's you know, it's hitting definitely a little bit of the wire loom, but nothing crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to, like I said, show you guys the finished product. And so far so good. Haven't had any issues. The only thing I think I am gonna do, which I might have mentioned already, is replace this hose right there because it's kind of, you know, grody. That one right there. So I'll do that, but other than that, yeah, it's a project that took way longer than it should have, but mainly because I was waiting on K&N and the back order on that intake hose. So got that all squared away, and I think really next thing I want to do to this truck is get some wheels for it. These were on there since I bought the truck, so these are some American Muscle kind of like torque thrust Mustang wheels, and they're fine, but I just want something that's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, just different, you know. Like I said, I've had, these were on there when I got them, and so I just want something different. So I think that's going to be the next big mod for the truck. And yeah, we'll see what I go, you know, what kind of wheels what I choose, because I'm kind of limited on what choices I have with the Crown Vic front end. So, but yeah, when that happens, I'll keep you guys posted. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Later.